Hello everybody, I am TechnoVoid, your host and backup dancer for Chicken Little, and with me is one of your Fade analysts, maybe your favorite, maybe not, Hamster Wings, back again. What is up, Hamster Wings?
Not a lot. I'm here to talk about week 3.
Week 3 of FDL Faedos Drubble Drafts. That's not what it's fucking called, it's Faedos Draft League.
After week 3, the week where everybody has united against a common enemy.
No, everyone is a baby and they need to get over it, alright? Like, I'm not even the guy they're mad at, and I'm just saying, like, get over it.
It's me.
I'm
the guy.
there was a whole ass draft, no tears, everyone, it was equal opportunity. You were at the end of the draft. The fact that nobody took Riggerdeal until the 30s is not your damn problem, alright? That's on everyone else for not assessing the threat. There were 6 people ahead of you that could have chosen Temenrel, none of them did. Granted that they mostly chose good picks, yes, but also Ignatius was there, alright? So I'm not hearing it. Also, Shurikorn is the MVP right now, so you want to fucking talk to me about nerfing things, let's talk about Diggory. Speaking of Diggory, our first match here, we've got Diggory Blasters versus the Leftovers. So just looking at this one, I think one thing that I will say right off the bat, and this I think is true for a couple of Diggory's matches, but I think it's especially pronounced here, despite the fact that he has what looks like a really, really fast team between Shurikorn and Impester, then like Triage and like First Impression, and honestly, even I think Malothe is not slow either. What is it? It's like 88 speed, I think.
Which is on the faster side for Faedos.
Yeah, it's decent. Despite that, I actually have the faster team here largely. Obviously, I don't outspeed Shurikorn with everything, but between 2 Unburdened Mons, one of which is 99 speed, which already outspeeds most of his team naturally, especially with the Scarf, and then Ravarus just being very, very fast. Other than Shurikorn, I kind of have the speed advantage out of the gate. In terms of, priority, we kind of match each other decently. I think he definitely still has the win on that, but I have several very good fake out users.
I mean, when it comes to his naturally fast Mons, it's really just Shurikorn and Impester.
Yeah, I mean, so I guess to talk a little bit about my thoughts, one of my things here that I'm thinking is, okay, his team actually has a significant amount of fairy weaknesses, and Impester is constantly an issue in if it's illusion, you don't necessarily know when it's on the field, so I'm bringing a lot of spread moves here just so I can sort of flush it out easier. I have a decent idea. Last game, this is game 2 by the way, last game we had the Shurikorn Malothe lead, and I sort of went into this, I remember in week 2 he did this, and I was sort of thinking, if I see Shurikorn Malothe again, that's probably an Impester, because he pulled that in week 2, and so I'm thinking he very may well try to pull that again in week 3. So I'm sort of going into that with that thought. What else? Malothe. So Malothe has the, the Rage Powder thing. This is honestly, I think, something we could all learn from. I kind of went into this, I was thinking I can bring Taunt, because I know Rage Powder is a real issue for me. But I was too scared. I was like, basically, what if I run Taunt, and like, when am I gonna be brave enough to click it? Is it worth it? I think I would rather just, like, target the Malothe with moves that I know can kill it, and then deal with the other slot later. And frankly, that was, I think, largely my downfall in this matchup, because that Malothe does really go off with Rage Powder both of these games, and I struggle to get it off the field more than I would like. And honestly, I think just for everybody, because I don't think we've seen Taunt be run a single time in this league, it's worth it, man. Don't be scared.
I mean, Taunt as a move in general has fallen off a cliff.
Is that right?
Yeah, nobody uses it anymore. I don't know why.
What do you think that is? Okay. You don't know
why.
Well,
I mean, in official Pokemon, it's largely because Open Team Sheet makes Taunt not very good.
Okay.
But even in just, like, Champions Ladder, I rarely ever see it, even when Trick Room is, like, extremely threatening.
Mm-hmm.
And nobody runs mental herb either.
Yeah, we have seen a few mental herbs in FDL so far, but notably nothing to make mental herb worth it. What are your thoughts here, looking at this?
I mean, what you said about Malode is true. You kind of struggle to have good spread moves. You do have spread moves. None of them are great, though.
Yeah, I mean, I've got Dazzling Gleam on Puppist, and
which is not good at all.
I mean, it's good when there's 3 weaknesses.
Yeah, but I just mean it's a non-stab spread move.
Yeah.
At 80 base power, it's not killing anything ever.
Yeah. Which is kind of the thing with Puppis that I was thinking is essentially I wanted, like, I think actually, is this game 1 or game 2? Yeah, this is game 2. In game 1 I lead with it, and I'm just thinking, like, okay, just kind of get as much damage. Like, I'm not expecting Puppis to be a killer, but I want to get Puppis into a field state where I can then clean up. So basically just spread as much damage on the team as possible, get things in kill ranges of my other mons. And then I don't actually remember in this game if I bring it again, but I remember thinking to myself, if I do, I want to use it more as a cleanup. Like, I want to flip the role and basically, because it's scarfed. It's scarfed and it's got like Dazzling Gleam and Bug Buzz and stuff. And I'm basically just like, I want to keep this thing in the back, so once things are actually in kill range of like Dazzling Gleam, then I can bring it up and sweep because it's going to be faster than everything, including Shuricorn, unless Shuricorn is scarfed, which it is not. What do you think, Diggory, looking at my team? What do you think he's trying to do? Because I don't really have an answer for Bonboros outside of Jelster, who is... He's a struggle a little bit.
I mean, your team, quite frankly, really doesn't like getting punched. You talked about fairy weaknesses. You have 4 fighting weaknesses.
Yeah, I do have 4 fighting weaknesses. It's very true, yeah. I really am relying on Puppis being immune and Jelster being very resistant against fighting. But yeah, my team, pretty much everything on my team that is a major threat. Here's the thing, Puppist, I kind of talked about Puppist in the overview as a mon that like doesn't excel at anything, but I still think is decent. I've been struggling to use Puppist well. I'm not sure why. It's consistently weaker than I expect, and maybe that's because I'm clicking Dazzling Gleam, but you feel like even when I'm not, it is struggling to pick up KOs a lot of places. So that is curious. But yeah, no, I definitely don't like getting punched, and this team can definitely punch. I mean, even Malothe's got like the drain punch coverage. Alright, well, let's get into it. So I do in fact see the same lead, so I'm like, okay, that is almost certainly an imposter. I'm playing around that. Goes for the protect. I am gonna just try and fake it out and reveal the imposter. Doesn't work. Gets sticky webs up. And there again, I'm just trying to reveal it.
Yep, which does in fact prove that it is Malode.
Oh, well, that's not the thing I thought. I assumed the Shuricorn was.
Right, but it could be either.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, but he gets the sticky webs up, which is actually pretty big, because that now means that Ravers can no longer outspeed. But my side of the field, this is like maybe the one guy you might consider running Rapid Spin into. Because, like, man, this Malode is actually quite decent at setting stuff up. But we then see the Aura Sphere. It does not bring me down to Sash, which means I'm not getting my Unburden off this game, which is very unfortunate. But that does basically reveal what I need, and that is an unfortunate miss.
Yeah.
That would have killed, but oh well. But yeah, now I Breaking Swipe, and now we reveal. Now, at this point, I think I make a pretty big misplay at this point. And that is thinking that I can just leave Malode on the field now because it is so low attack that it's not going to be doing damage to me, because I'm just going to continue Breaking Swiping. And the problem is, by leaving it on the field, I am just allowing it to redirect constantly. Yeah. So that is a big error on my part. So, and this Rocky Helmet's a pain in my ass. Bro is living. He is crazy. But Impester's off the field now. And there's the real Shuricorn. And of course, I mean, that was bound to happen.
Yeah. It gets to come in and kind of do whatever it wants now.
Yeah. Really, really fucking excellent Rocky helmet, by the way.
Yeah, it worked out really well this game. But yeah, now that did so little damage.
It is assault armor.
I know you're assault armor, but still.
I mean, so yeah, I guess this is basically the end of the match, but I could just talk about this last team. So I was actually talking about Diggory with this after the fact. Assault armor here, I think, was a pretty good play because he doesn't. His special attackers don't have answers to Bandurg, really. I don't know what no, I mean, he has Aura Sphere. I don't remember what the fuck we were talking about, but basically, I don't think I needed Scarf on this thing, and I was running Scarf elsewhere. For this play, I was essentially, I figured it was probably a Rage Powder, so I should have used Armor Cannon, because I had Arbor Cannon. But my thought process here was, I don't know how much close combat is going to do through that. It is maybe possible that I survive 2 turns, it is unlikely. But if I use the Armor Cannon and get the kill here, I'm definitely dying next turn.
But you could have used Dark Balls.
Well, Dark Pearls definitely wouldn't have killed.
Dark Pulse into Malove.
Nah, that's true. Yeah, well, you know what? Good point. I don't know if Dark Pulse would have killed. Well, probably. But at least my thought process in the moment was, if I don't drop my defenses, there is a possibility that I can. I was basically banking on it not being a Rage Powder and instead him double targeting with a Drain Punch. Mm-hmm. My thought process was, if I can get Shuricorn off the field because Malove has so little attack, I may actually be able to turn this around. Did he still had his 4th, right?
Yep.
Yeah, he still had his 4th. Huh? Yeah, unrevealed. So it was very likely I still lost that anyways, but at least my thought process was, if he doesn't think to Rage Powder this turn, which was stupid of me to think that, I could potentially take out the Shuricorn and then kind of leave Malove on the field. But again, you don't want to leave a redirect, like, debuffing a redirector doesn't matter, because they can just do something else. So that was a mistake on my part. Well, that's going to be that game. Any final thoughts before we move on to the next one? This might be a short recap.
Yeah, I mean, the game was kind of quick.
Yeah. Speaking of quick games, let's talk about Post versus Peanut. So looking here, I mean, obviously on Peanut's side, we have the Rain. The question is, do we want to use it when we have a Swift Swimmer on the other side? I'm of the opinion, yes.
Me too.
I'm of the opinion that Post is very unlikely to rely on Drizzle for his own speed control when Karaskai does have another viable option in Magic Bounce. So I don't believe Peanut does run Drizzle here. I don't entirely remember, but I remember thinking like I would. Boggle has a very weird matchup here. Just, I think the problem with Boggle is the things it wants to trap into this match are things that can escape, because I feel like Silmaron is something it really, really wants to trap in. And it's less, I think, about trapping things in and more about keeping things out. If you can keep Co-Crush off the field, I think that puts you in a great position. But I think both Regelia and Silmaron, which are two of the best things you could keep in, both have ways of like parting shotting and disappearing from the map, and then obviously Excellicuta and Schrodinger literally cannot be trapped by Arena Trap, and then the other two are just going to kill Boggle. So I think he does have a rough matchup here.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
I wouldn't bring Boggle at all in these games.
Yeah, I think Boggle did come match 2. I guess I should mention this is game 1, so nothing has been revealed at this point. Choice Scarf Cartridge, I think potentially does numbers here, but I just kind of like with last week, I feel like Cartridge generally has a rough typing matchup here.
I mean, I think that's kind of always going to be the case.
Is it really? You think Water Dark is not good at good offensive typing?
No, I think it's a fine offensive typing. I think it's going to get hit super effective every game.
Yeah, well, sure,
and that's just how it is.
Yeah, but I'm saying like if you, because it's naturally pretty fast. This thing Scarfed outspeeds most mons, and so and I think it doesn't need to be banded because I feel like Strong Jaw is good enough, sort of damage multiplication that you can sort of potentially threaten a lot of fast Okos with this thing. But the thing is, I feel like the enemy team, like Crunch isn't doing much here, Wave Crash isn't doing much here. Wave Crash is very dangerous to use against Jetsam on the field. I just like X Scissor is honestly the best bet.
I don't like hearing those words ever.
I mean, like, the Angrief is the only X Scissor resist, and then half the team is weak to it. Like, I unironically think X Scissor is not a bad move here.
I guess.
I mean, I think I think it definitely kills Epigreave. Boggle could live. Tropical probably lives, just because it's physically bulky. But I mean,
Tropical definitely lives.
Yeah, Tropical probably lives, definitely lives.
And Boggle almost definitely lives. It's not stab.
Yeah. Honestly, it might kill Karaskai, even though it's neutral. I don't know. I feel like it's a move you could pretty easily choice lock yourself into here.
I guess, but I think at that point you do actually need a band. I think the move's just too weak.
Perhaps. I think definitely Post doesn't appreciate the Intimidates here. There's a lot of physical attackers on Post side between Excellacuda, Kokrush, and Carteridge. This is maybe a situation, and even Regelius slightly prefers physical. So I think this is honestly, because Post has in the past shown that he will run special moves on like Excellacuda. This might be the game for it, honestly, because there's no reason to run Dishearten into Post team. Like, it's very, very physically invested, and like Meteor Beam or Quiver Dance on Silmarun, and like, you know, special Excellacuda, like this might be the game where that has an opportunity to pop off. Any other thinkings you have here?
Not really. It's kind of just I mean, this is such a stupid thing to say. It's a do damage kind of game. Which you could argue is all of them.
Yeah, I would actually argue that.
Yeah, so I don't think that counts as saying anything, quite frankly.
Alright, well, let's play into it. So we do have...
So we get the lead of these guys who... my names are blanking right now.
And here we have... So this is tough. This is real tough. Because you have the Excellacuda, which is faster here, and then the Karaskai, which then gets the chance to set up the Tailwind, lets Angrief go before Carteridge, whereas it normally wouldn't, and kill.
Yeah.
Carteridge running, I believe, banned flip turn here. I don't know if it's necessarily flip turning on this turn, but I could see it. And I think that's really tough, because what do you think? Because I mean, this is generally just a thing, and this is something I've mentioned to Post. I think there is an over-reliance on Protect and Scouting, which is just kind of dangerous when the games are this short. If you're not double protecting, and like last week we saw how the double protects kind of lost some steam. What do you think the benefit to protecting Excellacuda is here? Because you're not fearing a fake out. So what is this doing other than just leaving Carteridge out to dry?
So I'm pretty sure the reason behind it is Excellacuda is adamant.
Uh-huh.
And that makes it slower than Karaskai.
Okay. Does it really? Okay.
I think we did the math for this.
But we did the math for Jet Zone.
We did the math for Jet Zone, but is Karaskai around Jet Zone speed? I don't know.
No, it's slower. I believe Jetsome is like 100 something and Karaskai 92. So 200 to 348 versus 170 to 311. So there's a pretty big drop off there.
Okay, then Exelicuta probably was actually the fastest thing on the field.
Yeah. Yeah, look at this. I shouldn't reveal that. That's a team someone sent me. Excelicuta's 124, Jetsome's 109, Karasky's 92. So I think it's very unlikely because I mean we saw that even timid Jetsome only outsped by 1 point. So
Yeah.
Karasky is definitely slower there.
And I think there's approximately a 0% chance that Karaskai is scarfed if it's not running Drizzle.
Yeah, agreed. Yeah, because if it's not Drizzle, it's probably a support mon, and scarfing a support mon's crazy. So I guess so the thought process is that the Karaskai might be faster, so you're protecting to, but like what is it doing? All it's doing is using Tailwind, right?
Yeah, I mean, Angry threatens a KO into both of these guys, for what it's worth. And Excelcuta, I'm not sure threatens much damage here at all.
Okay.
I mean, it certainly doesn't towards Angry, but it might towards Karaskai.
I guess my thought process is, and this is obviously hindsight 2020, but if the idea is that the Karaskai is tailwinding and then the Angrief will move first and kill something on the enemy side of the field, what is the benefit to not just trying to get up your own tailwind? Because you protect and you're saved for a turn, and then the next turn you're in the same situation because the tailwind's already up, and now both of the guys are faster.
Yeah.
Because Carteridge, like, I can see the idea where you're hoping the tailwind goes up and then it targets into the protect and then the Carteridge gets a move off. But Carteridge is not killing Angrief here. Like, there's a 0%
No, but
chance.
it might be flip turning to safety.
Into who? I don't know who wins against Angrief here.
Probably Regelia.
Okay, then you just target the Exelicuta next turn under Tailwind and kill it next turn. So I don't see what the Protect does.
No, I agree.
Okay.
I don't think Protect was a good play.
Okay, all right. I'm trying to figure out what potentially the thought process was there. But alas, that is what happens. So yeah, just generally a week, and that's actually our first use of Cosmicus Brand this season. Yeah, that at this point the match is over. With Tailwind up, there ain't no coming back from this.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah. Still outspeeding after a Tailwind.
Well, he has Tailwind too now.
Oh, that's true. That's a good point. So I mean, I think as we've mentioned in previous weeks, when your games are this short, I mean, we have a 6-turn game and a 3-turn game. Not Tailwind, sorry. Speed control is lasting all game in FDL. So the quicker you get it up, the faster you're winning.
In general, I just think you don't want to protect in front of a Tailwinder. Like, the obvious exception, I guess, being Ecubus, because it can either fake out or Tailwind on turn 1.
Right. Yeah. That's the thing about Peanut's team is I'm 99% sure he doesn't have any fake outers. So
no, he doesn't.
Yeah, so that's one thing with his team that I think, I don't necessarily want to call it a weakness because I think it is possible to play around not having fake out, but it's something that definitely when you're going into a game, that's something you never have to fear on turn 1. Like, you never have to fear that you're not going to get your moves off. The only thing you really have to fear is him getting speed control up, right? Like either via Scarf.
It's really just speed control. He has very little priority also. It's like Sucker Punch on Angrief, and that's kind of it in terms of reliable damage.
I think so. Yeah, I think you're right. I mean, Jetsome gets Aqua Jet, I think, but that's obviously not reliable. So yeah, it is really Tailwind when it comes down to it.
No, that's not true. I guess Grassy Glide is an option.
Sure. But at that point you're gonna know, right? Because you're gonna
Yeah.
see the grassy terrain go up. So that's not something you have to scout. That's just something you know. So yeah, I think that's a big thing about Peanut is just being aware of what his team can actually do. Because honestly, I don't think it's a weak team. I think in its
I think it's a very good team.
yeah, I think within its actual, I don't want to say role is the wrong word. Within its what it does, it does have a lot of good synergies there, but there are a lot of bases it doesn't hit. And that's not necessarily the fault of Peanut. It was obviously a very shoestring draft in terms of what was available. But this is just, that is one of the aspects of this team is, despite covering its own bases very well, it does not really expand outside of that. And that's something I think as an opponent you need to take advantage of. Alright, going on to game 3, we've got Vlinks versus Burnt, talking about sort of the opposite of Peanut's team. Here's a team that I think struggles within its own niche, but has a lot of different niches. We've got Burnt, we've got a lot of different things you can do here, but the type coverage is impossible to ignore.
Yeah, I mean, Burnt obviously has to rely on offense. There's just not a defensive setup on the team. It doesn't work.
Yeah. Burnt, I mean, Vlinks, this is something we have talked about in previous weeks, where Vlinks has a really big problem with speed. Not really any way to control speed on this team. Most of the mons are middling speed without setup. Whereas Burnt is kind of almost the king of that. I think besides you, he might have the most consistent Tailwind Trick Room, what's the word I'm looking for? Modes. You've got Ignitius, Chronokinesis, Trick Room. You've also got Tailwind, Maracabres,
Sand Rush, yeah.
Yeah, Sand Rush, and then even stuff like a Jet Punch, where there is a fair bit of just speed control in every direction with Burnt. So I think largely it comes down to taking advantage of that and I think the longer the match goes on, the less likely Burnt is to win. Do you agree with that?
I think so. I think like if a match lasts long enough for weather to end, it's very cooked.
If weather ends or if speed control ends, I think with Vlinks here, it is largely, and we say this every week, but it is largely a game of having Concerta protecting the other mons for long enough that they can get their setup and they can get in a point where they can reverse sweep, right?
Right.
And Burnt basically needs to find a way to play around. So honestly, I think Burnt needs ways to kill Concerta. I know Vlinks was largely looking at ways to kill Cronula. A lot of fear of Cronula on this team, but I think honestly the reverse is also true, where Burnt is kind of looking at Concerta and it's like, how can I get this thing off the field as quickly as possible? Because if he can remove that, he actually has a chance of ending a game pretty quickly.
Yeah. Notably on Vlinks' side, we said he doesn't have much for speed control, but everything here sets up its own speed if it wants to.
Mm-hmm. What does Vudred do?
Okay, well, not that one, obviously.
What do you mean, obviously? It's one of the 6 mods.
Okay, let's be literal then. It has Quiver Dance.
Oh shit, you're right. I honestly forgot. I gave that thing Quiver Dance.
Yeah.
Actually, I guess while we're here, let's talk about Vudred a little bit, because Vudred has not really seen any play, despite the fact that I think it is quite a strong mon. Is that just a team comp, like it doesn't fit in the team? Like, what do you think is the Vudred situation here?
I think Vudred's situation is, it's a damage dealer and it's a grass type.
I see.
I think that's part of the problem. It's really slow in a team without Trick Room.
Uh-huh.
I just think Vudred doesn't really have the tools to succeed with these teammates.
Okay. I'm curious if you think it's a Vudred problem or like it's not with a team that really helps it out. Like, do you think what do you think Vudred normally
it's
does to
mostly the
succeed?
team. I think a lot of the idea for Vudred was to be a support on this team, to like come in and put something in KO range because of beads.
Okay.
But I think Lynx is kind of determined that's not usually worth a slot of your 4.
Of your 4? Okay. Yeah, I mean, looking at this team, I think it's pretty obvious why, right? Like,
well, yeah, you cannot bring Vudred in this game.
like, that much is obvious. But I'm just thinking about previous games as well. I think it came twice against you, but it hasn't come since then. And I'm just curious if Vudred feels to Vlinx like a dead slot, or it's more so it hasn't had the game yet where it's the play. So I'm not sure on that front. But okay, let's get into it.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's anti-trick room.
Yeah, and this is game 1. So nothing's been revealed yet.
Yeah, everything's game 1 this week.
Is it?
Yes.
No, I was game 2.
Are you?
Yeah.
I thought you said it was game 1.
No, game 1 was the actual Shuricorn on lead, which is why I predicted that it would be a fake Shuricorn on lead this time.
I see.
Everything else was game
anyway.
Yes. So there we have the lead energy ball. So the switch there, I think Burnt immediately realizing he needs to get rid of that Concerta as fast as possible. Vlinx also recognizing that.
So, recognizing how important Concerta is, switching Erlenfire in to take the only hit it'll ever live in its life.
Right? Like, that's the thing. Like, fucking dry switching Erlenfire in is scary as hell. But it's definitely, that was the shot to make. That was that was
a fantastic switch.
Yes, that was really good. And now we have a Meteor Beam coming in. And
Meteor Beam comes out, takes that guy out right away. And Erlenfire leaves another hit.
He's living the double, baby. That's our goat.
Now he's gonna get up that protect. Honestly, I think the other guy's a lot scarier.
Yeah, because he can. Yeah.
But actually baiting out the weakness policy, which is pretty good. Cronula having the whole like Spadef boost.
Yeah, it's very tanky right now.
Counteracts the whole other thing going on. Help.
Other thing?
It counteracts the Meteor Beam boost.
Oh, I see. Yeah. So, I mean, it's living. I mean, Vlinx is very clearly trying to get rid of this Cronula. And it's just living. This thing's so fucking tanky.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like it, but it's tanky. It's not even an assault item this game. It just fucking, that's how it do, man.
Also, I just love its normal and shiny colors.
It's good.
Love Cronula.
It's cool. And then here we have the Pyrokai. So yeah, last turn, going for the air slash. Now we have the Tailwind up. So now this is potentially bad for Vlinx. Going for the double protect there.
Yeah, I mean, I can see it, but in this case, obviously, it didn't work out.
Yeah, I mean, you at this point, it's like Pyrokai. I say that Pyrokai literally did not kill. I mean, honestly, Pyrokai might have killed Reverie. It kind of threatened because it moves first no matter what, and it kind of, I feel like, threatened both slots equally with a kill. What turn was it on the previous turn? Ghost. It probably can't kill Reverie then, but I mean,
it was normal because it protected twice.
Wait, okay. I thought this is the guy who protected twice. Am I stupid?
No, it says Rope Burn.
Yeah, Rope Burn, but it failed. Okay. Yeah. No, you're right. I'm stupid. I guess the thing with Erlenfire, no, it did have protect.
Erlenfire did have protect, yes.
Did it use
but
it
didn't
last
double.
turn? Okay. No, it scalded. Yeah, because it's not moving fast enough, so I feel like he kind of got to stall out this Tailwind, and speaking of, this is a good time to do that. Very unfortunate Heat Wave miss there.
Yeah, very, very important.
Yeah, because now Cronula is off the field. And this is big.
And Reverie doesn't die because the Sandstorm ends.
Yep. I mean, just stars aligning there.
That was an insane protect, in my opinion.
You're just waiting for it to. I guess Lynx at this point is saying, okay, if I just
It
wait.
was actually really good if he expected Electro Web.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Concerta gets put in the cage and it lives, and it's gonna live the residual with the citrus berry.
Excellent.
Concerta really showing how just irritating it is this week.
Seriously. Can we talk about this? This is something I feel like we need to get Vlinks to stop doing, is running attacking moves with no. I mean, look, Power Gem I get. Like, everything on this team is weak to rock. But like, not that the follow me would have done anything that turn.
No, I don't think. I think generally, unless something on the enemy team is immediately weak to water or fairy, I think if you're not clicking follow me, you're clicking life do.
Yeah, because life do would be nice here. That's a great point. Because I'm thinking like I'm guessing the power gem was probably intended for the Pyrokai. And so to that point, I'm thinking, what is the situation in which you would do that? There's a situation in which I guess Mob Scare miss is the big thing, because Sash doesn't matter because you're using a multi-hit.
Yeah.
So and there's no chance if it does hit that it's not killing, right?
Yes.
So I guess it largely comes down to just making sure the thing dies, because once you're down to a 2v1, Fungalvan's not winning.
Right.
Still living the fucking pollen puff.
Yeah, crazy.
And
the loaded dice Mobscure here was such a good call.
Say again, sorry, you're about to fill out.
Oh, sorry. I said loaded dice Mobscure was such a good call into this prep.
Yeah, a lot of mons that you just kind of fuck up with that duo of moves. Yeah, I mean, this is a match where, honestly, I think a lot of things went Burnt's way early. He obviously had a really, really rough turn with the heat wave miss and the sand going down that one turn that put him on the back foot. But otherwise, honestly, I feel like the early game he was.
I mean, I think the main thing that put him on the back foot was surprise meteor being.
Sure. Yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure. Just getting Maracabra off the field as soon as possible, because he was absolutely, I think, playing to the win con of speed control, between the tailwinds, between the sand rush. Like, he was going first every time he needed to go first. And I think, in a big way, this is one of Lynx's most successful games because Concerta did what it needed to do.
Yeah.
Concerta really pulled through. I mean, there was that really good Erlenfryer switch in at the beginning, sort of not being afraid to bring in that not at all bulky Mon to protect Concerta for later.
Yeah.
Like, I think the supportive power this thing has, especially for this team, cannot be underestimated.
Yeah, I mean, all the matches are short, and knowing what on your team needs the HP and what doesn't is a really big deal in 4v4.
Yeah, I mean, for sure. I think that's something I've
Erlenfryer generally doesn't need HP. If it's alive, it's doing what it needs to. Concerta needs its HP.
Yeah, this is true. I mean, yeah, and that citrus berry, if it didn't have a citrus berry there, it was dead to the residual. So I think, honestly, excellent game on both sides. I think Burnt, this could have gone his way. He, I think, played to what he needed to play to, and it was just a matter of I think there was a few turns of unluckiness, but also I just think that Concerta, I mean, we both looked at Maloth this week, and Concerta, there's only three redirectors in the meta right now, and they're good at what they do. They're really good at what they do. And
notably, I don't think Fungalvan had redirection.
This
game.
Yeah, it was offensive. I will say that I liked offensive Fungalvan.
Yeah, I don't hate it.
I thought it was fun this game. I mean, it's the main problem with offensive Fun Galvin is that its special attack is not bad by any means, but like unlike most offensive mons where they both have a good attack stat and some way that like to improve that either through an ability or something, Fun Galvin just kind of has like base 97 special attack and nothing to help it with that. Right?
Yeah.
It's just like if you are doing something, it is purely off your base stat, and that is very tough when you're sub 100. Whereas normally, if you're for an attacker, if you're sub 100, you have something that is giving you a big boost in some way.
Yep.
All right, well, let's get into the final match of the week. You versus Meteor Bower. Talk to me, gamer.
Okay, so both of us had a very hard time determining what type Temin would be.
Yeah, so it sounds.
In the end, I was like, yeah, whatever. I'll just make it fighting. Why not? It makes bodies press stronger. Steven ended up not even caring. He was just like, whatever comes, comes. So one of my big fears going into this game was Demarter running Dishearten so that it could status my slow dark type. That didn't happen. Right. It was in fact Prankster. And I was kind of extremely relieved when it was Prankster.
Yeah. There was the Willow on Reverie to counter.
Refruin, but yeah.
Sorry. Yes, thank you. They're literally, their names are similar and they are right next to each other in the decks, so please forgive me. But yeah, Refruin is running Willow to get that. But also the problem is, even if you get that burn off first, I think you still die.
Not immediately, but probably soon after.
I mean, it's physically pretty frail, and like Dark is neutral on it. I feel like from a base 133 attack, even after you're burned, like I don't know that it's living a huge move, but
I mean, it depends. Rigurgio does have like genuinely 4 attacking moves it can run, and 3 of them are Dark type.
It has like Hammer Arm.
Yeah, that's the other one.
It's got Shadow Punch.
Brother, that's not a real move.
No, it's good. 133.
That's not a real move.
133 attack is. Hey, we've seen Shurikorn run it. Now he has Technician, but ignore that.
Yeah, he has Technician. That's a very big point.
No, it's fine. It's fine. Anyways, continue your analysis.
I thought Rigurgio was really good in this game.
I think most people thought that, especially after the game ended.
I thought Rigurgio was really good. I think everybody else thinks Rigurgio is really bad in the sense that like it shouldn't exist. But
well, it's a good thing their opinions don't matter, isn't it?
I don't know, man. You all let him get really, really late.
They didn't know. What? Genuinely, this is kind of unrelated to the match. But it is funny to me, if there is another season of FDL before another patch or something, or even if after another patch, I'm curious to see how priorities shift. Because before, everything was kind of a black box. Like, you could look at like a screen of what moves they get and sort of get a sense for what's good. But I am curious to see after the first season how priorities shift in terms of what people value. Because I feel like Rigurgio in another season would not wait until late 30s.
Rigurgio was literally in my notes as like, take this if everyone's stupid. I think.
Damn.
Because it was listed as pick 6. I was like, I'm not getting it at pick 6, obviously. And then I did.
Oh, he's crazy with it. Notably, so Rigurgio we should mention here. I mean, I guess we can mention in the match, but it doesn't come up until pretty late. It is another user of Cosmicus brand. This is now our second Cosmicus brand user of the week and also of the season. So just brief overview on what it does if you have not been paying attention. It gives you a 30% damage boost like Life Orb. It's not like Life Orb, it's 30%. it's different from Life Orb, right? It's like damage done versus like move boost or something, or is it identical?
I honestly don't know. I think it's the same as Life Orb.
Okay, so it's essentially, yeah, it's a Life Orb plus a 25% damage reduction, so sort of a friend guard on yourself. So it has both a positive an offensive and defensive effect. On the flip side, you will always lose 10% of your HP at the end of the turn, regardless of what move you click. So unlike a Life Orb that will only take your HP away if you use an attacking move, if you use Protect, you're still losing that health, which kind of mitigates the defensive properties of it. So largely it is good on Drain tanks, which Riggerdeal happens to be.
Yeah.
So, just something we will talk about. What else are you looking, so besides the Demarter, that's the main thing you've mentioned, is you were fearing the Will-O-Wisp from it. What else do you look at this team and see, like, as a threat you need to remove immediately?
Well, I do want to say that I made a critical error in team building. In completely forgetting that Icy Wind is a wind move.
It's a wind move? Yeah, I noticed that on turn 1.
And that Ballerate is immune to it. Oops.
I did see that. Yeah, Meteor Bower is loving the Wind Rider. I think it's been Wind Rider every week thus far. We still haven't seen the special Ballerate. And the thing is, I think it's not worse. Like, I think he could easily run it as a special attacker at any point, and it wouldn't even be a mix-up, right?
Yeah. But basically, I'm running Scarf Icy Wind on Melominus, mostly to deal with Ballerade. Whoops. Real smart guy here. So yeah, that kind of doesn't work. Turn 1, I would have made a different play, but we'll see what happens on turn 1. It was very helpful for me. Equibus has basically run the same set every week.
Hey, it switched abilities.
Yeah, notably this week I have Frisk on it, which means Discrom does not have Wound Burst. It's only running Hyper Voice. And then Temenril and Gridlug, I haven't really changed that much every week, although Gridlug is a really weird set this week. It's Assault Vest, two ground moves, 2 poison moves.
Huh. I can see it. Yeah, because, I mean, outside of, like, Ballerade, that hits everything.
Yeah.
And Ballerade's...
I'm running High Horsepower and Headlong Rush.
Yeah.
Because I don't necessarily want to drop my defense.
And then Gunk Shot Poison Jab.
Yeah, and then Gunk Shot Poison Jab.
I think that actually works quite well here.
Gunk Shot is there specifically because I want to Oko Rift Rune. And Poison Jab does not.
I see. That actually works really well. That's not even something I had considered about Meteor Bower's team, but that's a really good set against him, because Demarter, I mean, physically it sucks. And then Poison hits Debriston. Yeah, that... And again, you have to remember that's not a ghost type, that's a grass and water type in Silhouette, so Poison is very strong here.
Yeah.
Interesting. Not something I'd really thought about. What do you think Meteor Bower is thinking about your team? Like, what do you think he sees as the primary threat going out the gate? I mean, Gridlug is an obvious one we've just talked about for that reason.
I mean, we'll see very clearly on turn 1 that he respects Equibus. Which is good. I don't think Equibus has been disrespected, but I think it's been overperforming compared to everyone's expectations.
I see. Yeah. Alright. Well, let's see how it goes. A lot of chatting. Everyone's really chatty.
Yeah.
We see the Covert Cloak.
So immediately we frisk the Covert Cloak and the Kasib Berry. Which literally my turn 1 was going to be fake out the jellyfish, Moongeist beam the referendum. So I was like, oh, I'm not doing that anymore.
Excellent use of Frisk. And this being a game 1, you now have that knowledge for game 2.
Yep.
We love closed team sheet. So instead you go for the Icy Wind there. Oopsies.
Yeah, not very smart, notably. Sets up Tailwind, gets the Wind Rider. but gonna die for it, just straight up from 100%. Malaminus also dies, but now with Refrune at -1, Ekibus is faster.
Yeah.
Even with Tailwind up.
I thought you said it was scarfed.
Mallow's scarfed.
Oh, Mallow is scarfed. I see. Yeah.
Eats the head smash thanks to the sash. Gridlock gets burned, put in a pretty bad situation.
Yeah, no longer killing there.
As you can see, 55 would have OHKO'd.
Yeah.
But, I mean, Gridlock is still tanky, and it can still throw out attacks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, even if
just because it's burned, it doesn't mean it's stopped.
Yeah. Like, it's gonna take twice as long to kill everything, but it doesn't care that much. Like, it can still do that. Like, it's gonna sit there for a while. And especially with Ekibus on the field here, like, you need to take care of this thing before it can Boom Burst again. Or Air Slash again. Because Air Slash threatens both of these guys. With the Tailwind, actually, how have we seen with the Tailwind? The Tailwind was already up, so we already see that you outspeed Debriston and kill here. So, do you see this as a double target into Ekibus or not?
I think Ekibus is the fastest thing on the field. You obviously only need one thing to kill it.
Mm-hmm. But you don't really know what it's targeting.
Yeah, and since Ekibus threatens a kill on both guys here, and I'm pretty sure that only one guy is going to either protect or attack Ekibus, I'm just going to switch it out here.
As is the Lunatic.
Oh, I didn't switch it out here. No, I clicked Tailwind.
That was the Tailwind turn.
Yeah, no, I remember why I did that.
Care to illuminate us?
Because Ekibus was the fastest thing on the field, I was like, well, I might as well get Tailwind up since nothing can kill it before it goes down.
Mm-hmm. So rather than... Because you threatened both things, so you basically decided it was more valuable to get up your own speed control rather than murder anything? Just because I guess you were expecting a protect?
Since Bauer can't get another Tailwind, yes.
Okay. And like you were thinking either of these can protect, so if you target the thing that protects or that switches out or something...
But now, Lunatic's here, and I'm like, alright, well, there's about 1 billion% chance that he's gonna extreme speed Ekibus.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna switch to Rigger Deal and take actually nothing with a critical hit.
Yeah.
Gonna get it off a little Headlong Rush. Does no damage. I believe that thing is Assault Armor, and I'm intimidated. Or not intimidated, burned.
Yeah.
Bro gets off another Protect and gets blocked. Mulligan is gonna heal good old Rigger Deal a little bit. It's gonna take the damage right back with Cosmicus. Body Press. Super effective move, does not feel like it.
Not stab for what it's worth, but...
And because Rigger Deal took the Body Press, it's the power of Mulligan was doubled into that guy there.
Yeah, into Lunatic.
Mulligan, notably, if people don't know, it always goes last. It has negative priority. So even though I had Tailwind up, it went after both of those guys.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and the big thing about it is it is a base 60 power move, but it is like Revenge and Avalanche, where it will double in power if the target is hit. So this is something we're obviously not talking about game 2, but this is something where when you are fighting it, you need to be wary of, like, chipping it, essentially, because chipping it makes it an OHKO machine. Obviously, it is difficult to kill right off the bat, but essentially, it feels like a mon to me where because it's negative priority, you have to take advantage of the negative priority and try and... You're probably not killing it with one guy, but if you can kill it with two, that sort of that double target and getting it off the field before it can mulligan, because if you're just kind of hitting it every turn with one guy, it is going to end up healing far more than you can do to it.
Yeah, but at the same time, that's crazy difficult because its stats are just great. It has Intimidate. Mm-hmm. It's rough to deal with this thing.
Yeah, absolutely. This is not me saying, oh, Rigger Deal is a fine Pokemon with many weaknesses that you should take care of. I'm not saying that. It's intentionally very strong. It's intentionally like S tier. This is more so me saying, for someone in future weeks playing around Riggerdeal, be aware of this thing is built like a raid boss. Like, it has raid boss stats, and sort of giving some of your attention to it is rarely the right play. You either want to give all your attention to it or none of your attention to it, I feel like. If you can put it in a position where it is, say, intimidated, it is, there is something about it where it's not doing that much damage, like, you don't have any items, so it can't knock off, its mulligans are only 60 BP, and you can safely sort of hit the other thing on the field, it's still going to do some damage, it's base 133 attack. Then go for that, but otherwise, if you do need to get it off the field, you kind of need to just focus it down, because otherwise it's just going to heal back up and kill you.
Yeah, which I know Meteor Bower knows all this.
Yes, this is not.
But we have to reiterate for everybody else that this thing is fucked up.
Yeah, because not everyone's gonna read Mulligan. Not everyone's gonna even realize that is a custom move that exists. So just be aware of what Riggerdeal can do, because it is definitely one of the weirder mons in this format, and definitely one of the strongest ones too.
Yeah. At this point, that guy's gonna go down, but it doesn't matter. Get the little nice knockoff to scout for game 2.
Yeah, see the expert bell for game 2. And that's gonna be the game. I think I liked in this match, I liked all the, despite the fact that there were only 7 turns, there was speed control on both sides. I think there were a couple of really, really smart switches between both the Lunatic and the Ecubus. I don't know, I thought, despite the fact that the game wasn't too, I think honestly it might have been the longest game in the week anyways. But a lot of things happened in that short amount of time. What do you think could have gone differently for Meteor Bower to win this?
I don't know. That's hard to say, obviously.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because if somehow the game didn't end here and he had this turn, the Ecubus, like, let's say for example, didn't target into the Riggerdeal with body press the previous turn. Lunatic was alive. Let's say you kill out the Gridlug with high horsepower. Now at this point in the field, you have Riggerdeal and Ecubus. You can extreme speed the Ecubus and kill it, but then you're at sort of a struggle with Riggerdeal at that point, because obviously, yes, you kind of just need to protect and then double it the following turn. But yeah, it's tough.
Yeah, and obviously I know this, being the one who has the team. My team is disgustingly hard to position around. I get that.
Yeah.
Like, it has an answer to everything. Sorry I picked the best guys.
Wayne! Anyways, alright, that's gonna be it for this week. Thanks for joining, and shit, this was supposed to be a shorter one. How is this the longest one yet?
Because of Riggerdeal.
Is it his fault?
I don't know.
Okay.
Apparently everything is.
Well, that's too bad, isn't it? Everyone should have fucking thought about that.